Louisiana beer reviews, Yuengling's Flight. Next generation of light beer, Yuengling Flight. Introduced in 2020 by Yuengling. Now the website says it's available on draft and in 12-ounce bottles. Well, as you can see, this is not draft or a bottle, so they need to update that. 95 calories, 4.2% alcohol. I bought this at Circle K on United States Highway 51 southbound. Right, ingredients, they don't say on the website. It's Yuengling, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Beer. We're probably getting this from Tampa, the old Schlitz Brewery. 224th day of 2020. It was inexpensive. I think they had a special. No, never mind. Thinking of something else. It wasn't that cheap. Okay, it was okay. I had a single opportunity to get a single, so I got it. Gets an okay score on Beer Advocate, 74 out of 100. U.S. Postal Service truck out there. 18 out of 100 on rate beer and a 95 in the style. Now think about that. And overall, they say it's an 18 out of 100. Completely undrinkable. But in the style, light beer, it's a 95. It's world class. No sense to that. 64 on Untapped. Now, Beer Advocate has like 45 ratings. Rate beer has like 22 check-ins, and Untapped has over 7,000. 64. Okay. Nice blue pull tab. Yuengling has recently made a partnership with Molson Coors. Distribution partnership, I should say. Okay. Thick, slightly off-white head on this clear, warming day. Don't really need the pullover. Clear, well, yeah, mostly clear with some fine sediment. When you have good sunlight, you'll see even highly filtered beers such as this will have fine white specks, particle matter. Lazy ascending bubbles. Ultralights. Well, we know Michelob Ultra started that from Anheuser-Busch in 2002, and then everybody's been trying to compete. Miller Genuine Draft 64, we branded Miller 64. Does pretty well around here. Some people told me they can't even get it in their area anymore, but Miller 64 cans and bottles does very well here. Budweiser Select 55, it does okay here, and even Select the black can is coming back, making a comeback, but that's not an ultralight. Molson Coors tried their St. Archer Gold. That didn't do well, although I thought it was really good. Didn't do well. So Michelob Ultra is the king, well, almost the king of beer in America. One of the top 3 or 4 selling beers. I think it's in the top 3 now. Certainly up there. The sales are crazy. And then you got the Michelob Amber, Ultra Amber, Michelob Ultra Pure Gold, the organic, which is fabulous for ultralight. Corona Premier is in the game now, and it goes on and on and on and on. Oh, it's really warming up now. Funky, musty, sourness, yeastiness. Okay. Not unlike Michelob Ultra, and people will tell you they have no flavor, they have no taste. They have flavor and they have taste. They don't have bold flavors and tastes, but they do have it. Well, Select 55 maybe you could argue there. I saw a lady buying a 12-pack of Miller 64 just yesterday. Everything with these is super thin. Thin flavor, thin. The aroma's pretty bountiful, the thin flavor, a little sourness there, like what you would call a stereotypical beer flavor, but very light. The body's thin, light. The finish is super crisp. how does this do against Ultra? Oh, it does fine. I think it does very fine. Would I be able to tell it apart in a taste challenge? I'm not sure. I think I would, but because of the little slightly more pronounced flavor. But that's 95 4.2. This is 95 4.2. You can see where they're going with it. They have some sales for it. I see people buying it every now and then. You know, it'll sell. It sells regularly. Seems to do all right. They seem to have pushed their light over to the back burner. Still get Yuengling light. Don't see it as much. You can still get Michelob light in select markets. I can get it 2 parishes over here, east of here. But it's not a good seller, and they do no promotion for it. But Michelob Ultra, television ads all the time, radio ads all the time, magazine ads all day long, point of sale everywhere, stud stacks everywhere, multiple cases. So that's the dream that the other brewers have, to replicate Michelob Ultra. It won't happen, but that's their dream. So you got to think about Anheuser-Busch has got all this money coming in from the Ultra and the Bud Light, which is doing great still. Budweiser's still holding its own in the top 5. And and you've got other things that they make that are strong sellers too. Bud Ice, very big around here. Natural Light, Natural Ice. And so many others in the Ritas. That's very big. I see Natty Daddy everywhere. You've been seeing the Natty Daddy lemonade everywhere. This has kind of a metallic taste. People say cans don't make metallic taste. That's a myth. Okay. Still pick up metallic with cans though, but I probably believe in myths. It's clean, more or less. It's bland for sure. If I was looking to drink a light beer, and I can assure you I would not be looking to do that. I keep my weight down so I don't have to worry about that. I know it's a challenge for other people. I understand that. Easier said than done. I've been hovering around 144, 145, which is very good. Low blood pressure and all that. So sometimes you gotta do it. In my case, I don't gotta do it, and I'm not gonna do it. Light beers I do when I'm doing a review. Otherwise, I never buy them and I never drink them. My friend David does. He said, I like Natural Light. It's really good. He goes on and on. I say, yeah, I like the ice better, you know. He does too, but he sometimes thinks it's a good idea to do light beer for his personal experience. This does not come up to the standard of Michelob Ultra, I don't think. But, I mean, really, actually, why not drink a regular light beer like what they got, something like what, what's Michelob, I mean, what's Miller Lite? Is it like 96 calories? We're talking about pennies on the dollar difference in calories. It makes no practical difference. Now, once you get above 110 and all of this, and they're still calling it a light beer, that's questionable. You get to 55 calories and 2.8% alcohol, calling it a beer is questionable. It's okay. It's all right, I guess. But is it a good beer? See, there's a real thin margin on these light beers between good between excellent, good, and average. You know, it doesn't take much to just drop right into a C. Even though you tasting it, the differences aren't really that profound. But kind of that, it's like a little eggy sulfur smell. Hey, I didn't make. I just bought it. It's kind of like a C plus. Yeah, I'm gonna say 79 out of 100. Sounds crazy, but 79 out of 100. It's a C plus. It's average, high average. I mean, you could buy it. I don't know why you would want to drink something like this, but if I would just, I don't know. I would just get the cheapest one. I would go to DoorDash and get Schaefer Light and get a suitcase. I know that's better. I would get Milwaukee's Best Light, and Miller High Life Light is way better. Miller High Life Light, that's the secret weapon of light beer. Showing a few cans and bottles. I have some old Yuengling things I bought years ago. I bought this in Florida back in the old days. 22-ounce bombers they used to make. We couldn't get it in Louisiana, so I bought this in Florida. And I liked it a lot. I liked it, not a lot. Then I bought this one in Florida, and then, you know, before they started coming out here, 24-ounce can. I used to say about Yuengling that I didn't find this, the traditional lager, tasted much different from the premium, which is sort of like their Budweiser or Miller High Life type thing, which that most people can't get. It just seemed darker, and I was saying, did they add caramel color to it? Some people were really angry, saying they do not. So I say, in the video, if you watch, I said, perhaps they do, or it's making me think that they do. I didn't say I definitively declare that they do. It just didn't seem, like it tasted any different. But anyway, here's an old can with the old, I call it the old yellow can, or Ecro linen can, before they went to the other design. People think this is the original Yuengling, but this only came out, what, 1987? The premium is the original, which is what they blend with the porter to get their black and tan, which I have a bottle of for Wildcard Wednesday. All right, so anyway, C+, sorry for the long video, but I start talking about these things. They're kind of interesting just to talk about the whole ideology of it, or conceptuality of it. You understand? I tried it last week. I tried it, so y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.